Hi, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. How you going? Hope you've had a lovely weekend. So happy to be here. I'm ready to do some readings for everyone. So yes, we need to wait for people to jump on, of course. I can't start without everybody here. So I'll just wait for our people, for our tribe to jump in. Yes, really looking forward to our readings tonight. It's been just such a beautiful weekend. I've had a lovely, lovely weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful weekend. I hope you've had a lovely weekend too. Hello, Trudy. Nice to see you. Hi, Crystal. Saskia, lovely to see you. Julia, hello. Yes, so somebody was a bit confused. Hi, Ines on Instagram. Hello, Renee. Lovely to see you. Some people were a bit confused. Or one person was actually a bit confused today. She said, "Oh, hang on a minute, I thought you were on Mondays." Well, actually, my time slot is Sundays, but if I have, sometimes with my daughter, sometimes I just need to be with her on the Sunday night, so I just choose that instead. And then other times it could be because I'm out, something's come up, an event has come up, and I can't not go. So yes, it's mostly Sundays, but it can be Mondays occasionally. Occasionally it's Mondays. Oh, it's such a lovely night, Lorella. It's lovely to see you. Hi, Wani. I'm not sure if that's correct. Kerry, hello. Renee, I'm unsure of my path. Can you please help? Yes, sure. We'll do some reading soon. I like to do the energy report first. So that's what I'll do first. I'll do that. And then, hello, Yvonne. Oh, it's good to see familiar names. That's nice. Hello, Jaquita. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I just spat everywhere. Sorry. You probably didn't see that. I felt it. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see everyone. Kelly, hello. Yes, we'll try and get some readings in. Hello, Laura. Oh, I had such a beautiful weekend. Ines on Instagram asked me if I had a nice weekend. I did. I had a lovely weekend. It was really good. Really nice. Sort of like don't want it to end. Had a very peaceful, ended up having a nap today. I just sort of lay down on the sofa and put a bit of Outlander on and out for the couch. Go on. Go on for a few hours. Child free. What am I going to do? I'm going to nap, which is fine. Hello, Kim. Hello. So let me introduce myself. My name is Marina Lovasz, and I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I do that teaching, channeling, and tarot. And yes, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to do an energy report. So I'm going to choose 3 cards, and those 3 cards will be the energy report for the week. And then after I've done that, I'll do some readings. So yes, you can always put questions in the comments section. I like questions. I don't mind them. They're good. I quite like questions. So if you've got some questions, please pop them in. And yes, would love to read for you. Hello, Kate. So, but first of all, I'm going to do the energy report. But before I even do that, I remember last week telling you that I had something a little bit exciting to offer you, and I'm going to offer it to you tonight. I've got a couple of self-paced study courses, but the one that I'm offering you tonight is only $69. And it's the Lover's Tarot. So I'm going to teach you everything about the cups in the Mythic Tarot and the psychology of those cups in my Lover's Tarot self-paced training. It's really inexpensive. It's only $69. If you love tarot, you will love this training. I'll teach you in the video, and you get beautiful booklets with it, and hypnosis and other stuff that comes with it. And yes, so it's usually $97, but I've reduced it today for the next 24 hours. So tomorrow I'll do like a flash sale, and I'll sell it for 24 or 48 hours. I don't know. But yes, so take this link. There you go. The Lover's Tarot Masterclass. Everybody loves the cups. So you will learn all about the cups, and you will learn all about the mythology of the cups, as well as how to do a love reading for yourself and others. And that's $69. So I've just put the link in there for you. Super easy. So those of you who have purchased this from me before, guess what? tomorrow you're going to be sent a brand new copy, a brand new copy of it. I'm sending you a brand new copy. You'll get a new workbook, all the new trimmings that I've got on there. You're going to receive that tomorrow for free. So those of you who've already purchased it, you're getting you're getting another. I'm sending it out to you again, so you get to have it again. And yes, and for those of you who are new, there you go. There it is. So it's really expensive, only $69. So yes, if you love the tarot and you want to learn the tarot, come and learn with one of the best. And it is the trainings that I do. One of the trainings that I do in my 7-month training course. So it's an introduction to tarot therapy for $69. There you go, the Lovers Tarot Masterclass. Okay, so now I'm going to do the energy report for this week. If you're feeling super generous, a share would be amazing. Would love that. And yes, so those of you who've just jumped on, I'm doing the weekly energy report first. That's what I always do for my time slot. I do an energy report and then I will do some readings after that. So yep, I'll do that now. Let me pick some cards. I'll pick 3 cards for this week. We want good cards, don't we? We want some good cards. We always want good cards. I mean, that goes without saying, doesn't it? Oh, look, beautiful cards. So the first card that we've got for this week's energy report is the King of Cups. And now in the Mythic Tarot, he relates to an astrological sign, which is Cancer. But his story, I need to tell you the story because it's such a beautiful, beautiful story. And well, first of all, let me say the cups are about matters of the heart. They are about matters of the heart. They're relational cards. So they're about how we are in relationship with our external world. And also it's about heart consciousness. They are about waking up heart consciousness. It's about emotion and feeling. And I suppose and sensation as well, but it is your emotionality or your emotional connection to your reality through heart consciousness. So this guy here, his name is Orpheus, and he's actually the son of Apollo. And in the story, Apollo taught him how to play this musical instrument, it's mirrored, the lyre there. And he was a poet, and he used to play this musical instrument to heal the hearts to heal broken hearts. And so he would recite poetry and play this beautiful music for these people to heal. But the story is relevant. So I need to tell you the story so you understand the context of this card. So Orpheus, he was in love with a woman named Eurydice, and they were at the altar about to be married. And what happened is Eurydice was bitten by a snake, and he was devastated. So she died at the altar, and she was taken into the underworld. And he went into this immense pain and grief, and he went into the underworld and begged Hades to release Eurydice and to bring her back. So if we think of the underworld, we're thinking of the underworld as the unconscious realm. So repressed material, repressed memories. She was pushed back into his unconscious realm. That's the cat meowing now. So anyway, okay, so he goes into the underworld and he's begging Hades, please let me have Eurydice back, let me have her. And so what he did is he played the most beautiful love song and recited the most beautiful poetry, and they all fell to their knees and they were weeping, they were grieving with him. And so Hades said, yes, okay, but on one condition. As you leave the underworld, you are not to look back. You're not allowed to look back. Eurydice will be behind you, but you mustn't look back until you enter out into the waking world, out of the underworld. So he went out. He traveled through the underworld, and right before he was outside into waking consciousness, he turned around because he couldn't hear Eurydice's footsteps, and he panicked and he turned around, didn't trust, and then he lost her forever. So it's a bit of a tragic love story. But this is the card. The reason why I told you this story, because this is the card of having a broken heart or having a wounded heart or being so closed, or protecting your heart that you're actually preventing yourself from having the relationship that you want. This week, in this week's energy report, we're being called to drop down the guard around the heart and open up and start becoming more vulnerable, be open to the idea of developing relationships. Now, relationships don't necessarily just have to be with, you feel like you're him, Kim. Yes, we can all relate to him. He's the once bitten, twice shy. You've been hurt. This is, the card of someone who's been hurt in relationship, but it also represents how that pain, it gives you this depth of empathy, or this level of empathy, or this level of depth of understanding the pain of others. So he's also the card of the healer. So some of you, this might be a nudge to go and get involved in some therapy, or maybe learning counseling or studying counseling. For others, it might be potentially doing some sort of spiritual healing, or getting involved in some shamanic healing or something like that. But it is he is a healer, but he's also a talking therapist. So think of him as being someone that you would go to talk about what's going on for you. And yes, so okay, so as I said, he's the card of once bitten, twice shy. The other message of this card is that sometimes we spend so much time. So those of you who are healers, spiritual healers, therapists out there, sometimes we spend so much time supporting other people that we might even neglect our own inner reality, our own inner verse. And this is an opportunity with this card as a reminder to take some time out for you, because I think sometimes, if people, well, I often get told this, that you're a really good listener. You seem to listen really well. I feel like I can come and tell you things, and sometimes people who are really good listeners are that way because it's sort of a bit of a cover to hide their own personal hurts or their own personal story, and they carefully create the conversation or manipulate the conversation so they're not actually talking about themselves. So this can be about someone who is that some kind of guard, where they're really good. They're sort of, the conversation ends up turning on you and talking about you instead of them talking about themselves. I'm not sure, or sort of not sharing who they are. So it can be, if it is a guy or a female that in your life, it could be somebody who you need to give more time to. You need to give them more time, give them the space that they need to open up. Don't rush this person. It's not, underneath this kind of like this sort of healing, it like this therapist sort of exterior, behind that is somebody who's very soft and who has been hurt, but they do want to connect. You just need to give them more time. So you can see in this card that his gown doesn't even touch the water. He's kind of out of touch with his feelings because he's so focused on other people. So the message with this card is that, I'm encouraging you to open up this week. Sometimes vulnerability isn't necessarily about, pouring out your heart and telling your sad story. Sometimes vulnerability are things like, sharing how you feel about someone to them, like saying, I like you. I think you're a nice person. I'm having a nice time in your company. I'm enjoying myself. When you do this, it made me feel really special, or, I feel love when you do this. It's that kind of vulnerability. Open up and share how you feel. Don't play cool. Don't play cool. It's not going to work. What all that will do is create a disconnect. Just don't do it. So, this is the card of, yes, as I said, once bitten, twice shy, but the lesson of this card is learning to open up. And so, as I said, he's also a musician. So, you might want to think about with this card, potentially music can be incredibly healing, potentially using music to connect with your heart so you can drop down the guard a little bit and put your favorite songs on and just, drop down and feel into your body, feel into your heart, and let your heart just be with your heart a little bit, open up to your own vulnerability. It's a beautiful card. He's a beautiful archetype. Okay, so the next card, Christ. Okay, so yes, and really relevant. Okay, just so Instagram can see it. Hello. Oh, hello, everybody on Instagram. I didn't realize a few people had jumped on. Hello. Nice to see you. Glad that you're here. So, yes, so we've got, if you can't see it, it's the Four of Pentacles. And the pentacles always represent resources, time, energy, money, your health, and career as well. And in this card, Dadlius has been training his young nephew in the skill in his artistry. So he's like a metal worker, and he creates all these beautiful pieces and art, not just practical things, art as well. And he started to train his nephew in his metalwork, and his nephew started to surpass him. Like, he started to show real talent, and it was looking like he was doing a better job than Dadlius. In the background here, there's Dadlius, and there's the nephew. So he was getting a bit jealous. And so what he was doing, he was trying to hold on to what he had rather than grow his own skill. So he started to become a bit tight, a bit frigid, a bit sort of tight with his money, tight with his time, tight with his energy, and in fear of losing. So the message of this card, and what he ends up doing is he ends up throwing his nephew off the cliff of the Acropolis because he was so jealous. So instead of up-leveling his practice, he threw him off the cliff to get rid of him. But that wasn't a good idea. Then he had to face the wrath of Athena, and there's more to that story. But anyway, so this is the card of letting go and not being tight. Like, invest in your business, invest in your practice, invest. If you want to become a therapist or a healer, invest. Do the things that need to be done to make it happen. Don't be tight on yourself. This is the card of the miser, and what you end up doing is losing. You end up losing out. You end up losing. So this is about sort of like, to risk nothing is to have nothing, but it is also about if you're holding on, if you're that rigid, that kind of rigidity around your emotionality as well, because this is about emotions too. If you're that sort of rigid, you're going to block the flow. You're actually going to block your own abundance. You're going to block sort of like having what you want. You're going to dam up the flow. So relax a bit. Trust that you're going to be taken care of. Invest. Use your money and use your time and your energy and your resources to invest in growing your practice or growing your business or investing in your study. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Just focus on investing in yourself. So, long story short, stop being tight. Don't be tight on yourself. Invest in you. You're worth it. You are worth it. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. I knew this card was coming. I had a feeling before I even did this reading. I thought, oh yeah, I bet this arsehole shows up tonight. He did. He's not an arsehole, but I'll show you in a minute. I'm just coming to terms with what I've just seen. I'm getting there. Right, so the Death card. So in astrology, we would refer to him as Pluto. In mythology, he's referred to as Hades. And so I guess with this card, a lot of people, when they see this card, they go, oh, new beginnings. Let's just brush over the grief and the difficulties and the messy bits of transformation and the difficulties of death and how it feels being dragged into the underworld, where you feel disempowered and lost and upset and in grief and pain. People like to brush over that bit with this card. They see the sun and then it's new beginnings. No, I'm sorry. It's not just new beginnings. It's pain as well. So this is the card of grief for sure. There is grief. And I think grief gets a bit of people are scared of grief because it's such a deep core pain, and it comes from trauma. It comes from this place of trauma. And we're all sort of grieving the loss of what we didn't get in our childhood. All of us somewhere at some point somehow are grieving that loss. At the very core of the stuff that's going on in our life is really at the very core of that is childhood trauma. We've all got it. None of us have come from perfect parents. Let's get real about it. And some of us don't want to look at it, and that's fine too. Going into Hades' realm is difficult. It is hard. So this is the card of finalities, where things are coming to an end. And it is about going into the underworld and then having to face yourself, having to face where you may have been disempowered and where you need to find your power again, how to become the queen of the underworld, how to connect with her, how to connect with Persephone, his wife who was abducted. He abducted her and dragged her into the underworld, but it was an initiation. It was an initiation into facing, into overcoming, and to meet Hades, overcoming the darker aspects of life, and to meet Hades at where he's at, where she had to become as powerful as him. So, we can think of this card, as well as sort of taking your power back, for sure. It can be about that. But of course, it's also about loved ones. It's the grief, the grief that we feel when we lose a loved one, when someone has passed on. So those of you that have been waiting for, connection, or have been feeling like their loved one has been kind of knocking on the door, or making some kind of like connection to you, you've sort of had these evidential kind of experiences where songs that may relate to them come on the radio spontaneously, things just cross your path to remind you of them. You're having dreams. This is a reminder that there is an afterlife, and that there is a place beyond, or there's an eternity, and that is Hades' realm. That is Hades' realm. That's where he exists, in this eternal realm. So it is about loved ones reconnecting, loved ones who passed over. In my one-to-one sessions, I often speak of this relationship that we can have with our loved ones who have passed over as goodbye, hello conversations. We say goodbye to one form and we say hello to the new form, and then we learn to relocate them or renegotiate our relationship with them in the new way, in the new form that they come to you. They come to, how they greet you. So it could be, maybe it's in your dreams, maybe it's tangible, you feel them connecting with you, physicalities. Yes, it is a very intense card. I do say to my clients that grieving is a natural part of our reality, and that there's nothing to be ashamed of crying or being sad or feeling sadness. You can still be a healthy, okay individual, psychologically well, and grieve. You can still grieve and be okay. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It's natural and it's healthy. It's a healthy part of life. We all grieve, and the depth of pain that you feel in that place when you do grieve is the depth of love that is contained, or that is held, or that you can reach within you. And so if you think about that pain that you're experiencing with this, with this card, also consider that's the amount of love that you can touch right now, and that's incredible. And love heals. Grief is love. It is love. It is love doing it, whatever it needs to do to heal. So yes, intense card. So in short, endings, but it's it's usually not sort of like a straight or easy transition. There's an initiation through the death process, and it's final. It's final. Things are over. It's over and it's final. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me summarize these cards. So, yes, the broken heart. The broken heart. So once bitten, twice shy. Don't let the hurts of the past prevent you from opening up. This is about vulnerability, this reading this week, for sure. This is about getting in touch with your emotionality, with your emotional self. And we know with this card, it is about learning, opening up to be vulnerable. It is about the healer. It is about therapy. It's about connecting in service, being able to help others. But it's also about opening up to your own emotionality and touching places within you that you've been hiding from the world. And I mentioned music is a really great way to reach into your heart in a really loving. I just find it, for me personally, I just find it a really easy way to connect with my heart when I've got music on. I find it really easy. Anyway, and he's a poet. So yes, okay, next card. And if there's someone in, if there's some, well, actually the death card, so I won't say that. So Yes, this is about letting go. This is about letting go emotionally, letting go of your resources, investing where you need to grow yourself, to evolve you, to evolve your business, to evolve your practice, to evolve, for personal growth. You'll dam up the flow if you don't invest. This is the card of investment, and it means letting go. So it's going to require, it's probably going to if you're going to sign up for something, often if you're going to do a course or something, usually it's a few thousand, right? So it's a bit of like an ouchie when you pay it, but it's going to grow you exponentially. So invest where you need to get what you want. Don't hold on, because you'll dam up the flow. You'll stop the material. You'll stop yourself growing materially as well. You stop abundance flowing to you. And yes, the death card, the ultimate letting go. Yeah. So this week, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to go into Hades' realm. You will come out on the other side stronger. You will become the queen, if you're a woman, the queen of the underworld, or touch that deep place within you where you take your power back. But that won't happen until you enter into Hades' realm and face the pain. It will, and the memories of the past, but it will grow you. It will give you this immense courage and strength and resilience to your life's journey. So yes, finalities, like final. It's ended. It's finished. That can be painful, can be painful. It's like when someone dies, it's not a metaphoric death. I'm talking like a physical death. But there's nothing you can do to bring them back other than, connecting with spirit. But you cannot bring their physical self back anymore. It's finished, done, final. There's no bargaining. I suppose that's what we do, don't we? When we meet with Hades, it is a bit like that. We go into a bit of shock, going, "Oh shit, it's over," and then it's like denial, and then we don't want to believe that that's what's happening. Then we might start bargaining, and start going, "Well, if I do this, maybe it'll change the situation. If I say that, maybe it will change the situation. If I just done this, maybe it'll change the situation." But that's all part of grief. It's all part of the grieving process as we learn to reconcile and come to terms with the ending. Okay. Let's do some readings, shall we? Let's do some readings. I'm going to start with Facebook. Yes, that's good, Ines. I'm glad it was helpful for you. That's good. I'm happy about that. Whoever's on Instagram, say hello. Let me know that you're here so I know who's actually, I can see 3 people on, but I only know Ines if it's Ines. Whoever else you are would be great to, just pop your name in so I know you're here. That would be fabulous. Okay. Oh, Christ. Burping again. I did make curry tonight. I made a green curry tonight. I had green curry last night, and then I was like, I want more. So I made my own green curry. It wasn't as nice, but it was still all right. Right, where am I? Alyssa. Hello, Alyssa. Hi. You would love a card if drawn. Sure. Hello, Nicole. Good to see you. Hi, Jack. Nice to see you. Okay, so I've got a card for Alyssa. I'll pick a couple of cards for Alyssa. Oh, Alyssa, Hades is just hanging around. Old Pluto, old mate's not going anywhere. So the message with this card is that you're going through, my feeling is that you're going through a deep transformation right now. There are old versions of you that are falling away, that are no longer a fit for who you are today, or what's coming, or what's becoming, or who you're becoming. So this is the card of letting go. This is sometimes there's a beautiful Buddhist teacher who I love so much. Her name is Pema Chodron, and she would say that, rather than using the words letting go, she would say, just let it be. Just let things be. Sometimes it's easier, hey, than sort of letting go. We're all sort of used to white knuckling a bit, So so this is the card of surrendering, submission. A bit of submission there, and being prepared, letting yourself go in and do the inner work, do the shadow work. And yes, it is about letting go. I would also, my feeling is as well, there's someone on the other side who was wanting to make contact with you. And I am seeing an older woman. When I see that, I do feel like she's your grandparent. I do feel like she's a female grandparent. And yes, and I feel that she's making contact with you, or she has been making contact with you. This is confirmation for you that she is there and she's watching over you and guiding you. And so the other card is the Knight of Pentacles. So my feeling is that you need to get back to the grassroots, Alicia. Is it Alicia or Alicia? Alicia, I think I pronounced your name wrong in the beginning. You need to get back to the grassroots, and so this card is about developing some healing. That's the card of the healer. So there are 3 healers in the Mythic Tarot. One is, well, they're all healing, but specific healers archetypes is the Knight of Pentacles, Orpheus, the King of Cups, and Chiron, who is the Hierophant in the Mythic Tarot, who is the the priest in the Rider-Waite, but Mythic Tarot is different. So anyway, so these are the 3 healers. You've got the card of the healer. So you're going through your own healing journey right now and using sort of like natural therapies or getting in touch with natural things, whether that be naturopathy, for example, or getting in touch with like essential oils or spiritual healing, using nature and the universe to support you to heal, and even potentially becoming a healer if you already are. This is confirmation just to stay on your path. But he's also in the sign of Virgo. So this is the card of being in service, working hard. So my feeling is that this is about you stepping into your craft, into your healing craft, and if you've been drawn to it, this is confirmation to just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and start doing it. Okay, so I'm just going to read for someone on Instagram. So the message is, hi, would love a reading, please. Had a horrible week. One cat passed, another severely injured. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry about that. And hoping one cat PTS, another severely injured. Is that past or PTS? Anyway, and injured. And I'm hoping this week is better. Okay, let's see what comes up for you. Don't know your name. You've got Wonder Bite. That's the problem with Instagram. Everybody's got these, like, no offense, but everybody's got these weird put to sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, people have got these weird handles, so I don't know what their actual names are. Everybody's got weird handles on. It's not personal. Everybody's got these strange sort of, just don't know what your names are. So it'd be nice to know your name. Jessica. Nice to meet you, Jessica. Okay, so your cat's passed. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. It's awful when we lose our pets, isn't it? Oh, this reading is probably for you. If you go back after we finish, if you've just joined, which I think you have, I do like an energy report at the beginning. I would encourage you to go back to the beginning of this live when I'm finished and go and read that energy report, because it's probably very relevant for you. Okay, let me pick some cards. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? When we lose a loved one or when we have to put our cats to sleep, it's painful. We have to make these sacrifices in order for the greater good. And the message with this is that you did the right thing. If you've been worried about it and worried that, or feeling guilty around it, you had to do it. This is the card of the great sacrifice. It was really important, Jessica, for you to do that so that your cat would be in a better place and just be a happier being. So know that we all, pets come and visit us all the time. My cat Sophie, I have a cat Sophie that passed, and she visits me occasionally. And your cat will never be too far away, but it probably feels like a massive sacrifice at the moment. This card of the great sacrifice is like, we have to do things for the greater good. We have to do it for the greater good, and we have to make decisions that we don't like making, uncomfortable decisions. And this is usually the precipitator to death, this card will come up. It's before death, the death card in the Mythic Tarot, and it precipitates that death. So Prometheus is on this rock, and he's like, well, you know, he's the Hanged Man, and he is on the precipice of life and death. So he's moving in and out of consciousness. He's like having this conscious waking moment, and then he's unconscious, and his liver is being pecked at by this awful eagle that was sent to peck at his liver by Zeus because he stole fire from the gods to evolve man. And Zeus was pissed off about that. So he thought, well, I'm going to punish him for it. So that's what he did. So it can feel like that when we make these big sacrifices, when we make these great sacrifices, it can feel like we're being punished for it. It's not a nice feeling, is it, having to do these difficult things? So listen, here's like, look up. Here's old mate Zeus. It's funny that he showed up. And so, you know, my message to you is to just imagine the best. Like, imagine the best outcome for your other cat. I don't feel that there's going to be, I don't feel like there's going to be another loss around that. But, you know, start imagining the future that you want. This is about a new chapter. This is about a new chapter for you. So personally as well, and opening your mind and your heart to the vision of what you actually want for your future, and start aiming for that. Start like collaborating, co-creation with life, and collaboration with life. Use your imagination, like open your mind, use your imagination, and start like manifesting on an energetic level, you know, because everything that's going on in your inner reality is going to manifest in your external reality. Everything that you seed in your subconscious, unconscious mind will find its way to manifest itself in your external reality. So it's really helpful to seed our unconscious, our subconscious mind with good stuff. Like, let yourself daydream, fantasize about the life that you want. This is about a new chapter. You've got a new chapter ahead of you, Jessica, a new start. Okay, so let's back to Facebook. Okay. Renee, hello Renee. I'd be so grateful if you could help me with my path in life and love, please. Life and love. Oh, so it's about relationships. So, okay, let me pick a couple of cards for you, Renee. Lovely to meet you, Renee. I'm glad that you're here. So if you're feeling generous, everyone, it'd be fabulous if you could, share this live. That would be amazing. And I better put in the comment section, I've got an awesome masterclass for you. It's $69. It's really inexpensive. I'm going to teach you everything about the cups of the Mythic Tarot, so you know how to do love readings for yourself and for others. It's a great little masterclass. You get a beautiful booklet. It'll teach you about the mythology. You'll learn about the whole myth of Eros and Psyche and Aphrodite, and you'll learn about what the cards mean, and then how to do a love reading, and from a psychological perspective. So it's not just divinatory meaning. I take you through the tarot psychology, and it's such good value. It's usually $97, and I've reduced it now to $69 for the next 48 hours. So if you'd like it, jump in. If you love tarot, if you're a tarot enthusiast, I forgot to do it for Instagram. I'll put it up in my thing for Instagram later on tonight. Yeah, if you love tarot, hey, I would call myself the tarot queen. Jump in, and grab it. It's really good value. Okay, so right, Renee. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is about seeding. This is about you taking care of your body. But it's not just about taking care of your body. It's also about investing your finances, or investing your time, energy, and your money into the ideas that you've got for your future and you've got for your career. So this is the card of investment. So sometimes it can also be about investment in properties, but it's definitely, you probably can't see it. I'm going to show you right now. There's all these little seeds. Let me show Instagram. Look at all those seeds. Can you see them? It's a very abundant card, but they needs nurturing. You've got to, if you want what you want, you've got to nurture it. You've got to get your hands dirty. You've got to get practical. You've got to get your hands in the earth. You've got to manure, all that stuff, water, sunlight, sow all the seeds. It's a bit of hard work. And so anything worthwhile usually requires some hard work to get it off the ground. And, you know, this guy here, he was gifted by Demeter, who gifted him a plough and seeds and farming equipment, because he revealed to Demeter where her daughter was when she had been abducted and dragged into Hades' realm. And so this guy here was gifted all of this equipment from Demeter and said, I will make you wealthy, but you have to do the work to make it happen. So if you want wealth, Renee, if you want wealth in your life, then you're going to have to put the hard yards in. This is about, you know, getting your hands, like getting in and doing the stuff, like the hard stuff in the beginning. Yeah. So this card's about change. Change is upon you. This is the beginnings of something, like you're in the process of going through a little bit of chaos. It's a bit of sort of a chaotic card. Sometimes this card will come up when we've got new values or values that are starting to emerge that are causing a disruption in our life, because it's creating a change in your reality, or it's creating a change in how you view your reality. Your perceptions are starting to shift, which means that your relationships start to be affected by this too. So this is, you know, it is a good card, but it's also, you know, it is the card of the beginnings of chaos and destruction and change and karma, and you know, karma evolving, not karma being bad, karma evolving your experience. So get those seeds in, start planting for your future, because you've got big changes ahead of you. Financial changes too, I'd say. Okay, so next person. Donna Campbell. Hello, Donna. Anything new? Anything on new love, please? Oh, new love. Well, you're taking a risk, hey? Having a reading on new love, not just letting it unfold, or would you like new love? Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the message is. Let's see what the message is for you, Donna. This is itchy. Okay. Oh, Donna, you can't make this up. Great cards. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to show you the cards in a minute. These are really good cards. See, first of all, you've got the Ace of Cups. So, yes, love is on its way. This is Venus. Venus is about to touch your life. Venus, well, so it's Aphrodite. So Aphrodite and Venus are the same thing. In astrology, Venus and Aphrodite are one, but Aphrodite is the mythology of Venus. So the story goes a bit like this about Venus, because I think it's a good story. I'm going to share it with you. So Gaia and Uranus were married or in a relationship, and Uranus couldn't stop. He was so amorous, and he just wouldn't leave Gaia alone. And Gaia had had enough. And what she did, she got her son Kronos to get his Sith and castrate Uranus and throw his genitals into the ocean. So that's what he did. And the ocean created this foam. And out of this foam was birthed this beautiful goddess, Aphrodite, Venus. And as she was birthed from the ocean, she walks on the land, and everywhere she walks, flowers start to blossom and the birds start singing, and fertility is everywhere. So it's a fertile card. It is the fertility of Venus. It's the abundance of love moving into your field. The chalice represents the bounties of love, the resource, the nourishment. And this is about you longing to be nourished, longing to be held, longing to feel that connection of love and to be in love again. And guess what? You've got the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups represents partnership. So if you haven't met someone yet, it's going to happen very soon. If you have met someone yet, this is confirmation that this is a new partnership that's emerging. How this unfolds, I don't know yet, but I know there's a commitment there. There's a willingness. There's a willingness for commitment there. How long this goes on for, I don't know, but I do know that there is a relationship either happening now or on its way very, very soon. And yes, if you were here at the beginning of the reading, I would encourage you to think about Orpheus and his story, and to open your heart and to let yourself be vulnerable to this beautiful chalice of love that's entering into your field. Yes, okay. Wish they were my cards. Christ. Who's next? Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Barbara Glover. Anything for me, please? Sure. Let's see. I'm going to read for Laona Mullings afterwards. Barbara, I haven't missed you. I'm just putting her up so I don't forget. I'll read for her afterwards. So, Barbara, this is for you. Okay. Barbara. Oh, Christ. Do you know he's not going away? Hades is hanging around tonight. You just can't make this up, can you? 3 times he's come out tonight. Came out in the main reading, and it's not often that he comes up in the readings, but this week, yes, it's Hades, old mate. It's old mate Hades, the dark lord of the underworld, showing up. Oh, okay. So, Barbara, the message is, I feel like you need to practice. Actually, Barbara, if you're not doing mediumship training, you should. This is your prompt to go and start doing some mediumship training, or learn channeling, or start practicing, or start doing that for others, because I feel like that's what you need to do. You doubt your skills. You doubt your ability to do that, but I'm here to tell you that you can. You absolutely can. So if you haven't started your mediumship training, this is your prompt to get started. If you have started your mediumship training, start offering it up to people. People, it's such a beautiful gift to be able to gift others that connection. And if you want some help in mediumship training, contact me, because, I can teach you. I can teach you how to connect the spirit with ease. If you've got somewhere local, go there and do it. Go and get involved in it. This is also about you doubting love in your life. There's some doubts there that you just, for some reason, I think maybe you don't believe that it's possible that you've given up, you've let go, that you can have the kind of relationship that you want. But yes, 2 messages there. So, the doubts doesn't mean that you can't have what you want. You can have what you want. You can have what you want. You need to start doing your training. Invest and do it. Go ahead and do it. Okay. So the next one is Leona Mullings. Hello. So hubby and I are separated. I don't want to get a divorce. Will we be back together? I'm so depressed. I can't sleep. I'm so tired. And then I'll do one on Instagram. Oh, they've gone off Instagram. No one's on Instagram at the moment. That's fine. I was going to go over to Instagram, but that's okay. Yes. So, Leona Mullings. Sonia Steedman. Love reading, please. New week, different guy. Another ex. Christ. It's not a good sign. Okay. It's raining men, hey? It's raining men. So let's see. Leona, I've got to focus on you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leona. That's not a nice feeling, is it? Okay. Right. Well, here's the thing. With this card, it suggests that the relationship was a burden. It was a burden, and you've both been burdened by a problem in the relationship. And I don't know what was going on. It's your private reality. It's not, this isn't the place for me to be discussing that anyway in a public forum. But it does suggest that there was a heavy burden, and it just put a lot of pressure on the relationship. And the fun had kind of gone, or the joy had disappeared because of this burden in this relationship. So this is the card of, letting go of the old chapter, having to let things go and start again. But, it's not the death card. However, if you were at the beginning of this reading, I would, it's not by mistake. I would go back and listen to the beginning of this reading, of this live report. But anyway, yes, I feel there was a heavy burden in this relationship. I see you being alone for a while, okay? So yeah, there is a potential for reconciliation, but not for a while. This is you needing to be on your own. I don't know if you'll want to reconcile. I don't know if you will want that later on, but you will be on your own for a while. It's like the fantasy has fallen. But there was a heavy burden. So this is about, the potential for reconnection for sure, but you've got some personal work to do yourself before you can come back together as a unit. Like you've got to do some work too if you choose to come back together. So not yet. If it does happen, which I'm not getting yes or no. What I'm getting is that you need to be alone right now, and you've got some personal work to do. And that's not a criticism of you. That's not me criticizing you. That's you doing some healing, healing some of the hurts that are there that need your attention, and sort of being in your own, getting back in touch with who you are, finding who you are again. Because I feel that may have been lost in the burden, in the problem of the marriage. Yes. Okay. So, okay. So I've got. So I'll start with Sonia. Sonia Stedman. Where is she? Lost her. I'm going to be here for a while, guys, because I'm the last person, so don't run away, okay? Don't run away. And I'm child-free tonight, so I can go a bit later tonight, although I've got to start work at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Yeah, my first client's at 7 a.m. Yes, all day, working all day. It's good. It's a good thing, but yes, bit of work. Yeah, anyway, okay, Sonia. New week, different guy, another ex, for fuck's sake. I'm reading what Sonia's saying. I'm not saying that to her. That's what she's saying. Those are her words. Oh, crikey. Sonia, what are we going to do, hey? It's raining men. It's raining men. You need to have that song on in the background. Okay. Look, I think if you watch the beginning of this reading, Sonia, I think there's your message. But let's just pick another couple of cards. Okay, so it's an opportunity to heal. It's an opportunity to reconcile and heal. Doesn't necessarily you'll get back together. I don't know. I don't think so. But it's an opportunity to heal and to forgive yourself and to, make amends, have the conversations that you've been wanting to have, say the things that needed to be said. And it's an emotional card. You've probably got a lot of emotions coming up for you at the moment. If you've got all these sort of past lovers, it must be triggering some old stuff for you for sure. And, it is an opportunity for you to drop down into your body and feel into your somatic experience of let it feel into your body where it is. Don't drink it away. Don't drink it away. Drop down and feel what's there and feel the emotions that come with that. Some of this card might be about regret, regretting, regretting things that have happened in the past and, not feeling guilty, a bit of guilt, or feeling bad, like you feel responsible for some of the. You're not though, obviously, but for pain that's been caused, in the relationship, that's happened in the relationship. But it is about healing, and this is about having a compassionate heart. excuse me, towards yourself, being compassionate towards yourself and to the mistakes that you've made. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming back together, but it's an emotional, it is an emotional card. My feeling is you're going to have to make some difficult decisions that you don't want to make. It would be easy just to sort of go back in the past and do the things that you've always done, but it's not going to evolve you or the other. So, to me, this is about making the great sacrifice and having to call things to call it as it is. And it's painful, it's sort of painful doing that because we all want to be loved, don't we? We all want to be loved. I think it's human nature. It's all good and well to sort of open up to self-love. I mean, self-love is important, for sure. But it's definitely like life is beautiful when you've got someone that can, what a shame. Can you imagine going through life without being loved? Awful. Be awful. So, and it is hard when we have to make these sacrifices and say the things and make the decisions, and it's not nice. It's not nice, but it's got to be done, and it's for the greater good. So you have to step into your personal leadership in this situation, Sonia. Like, it's just, you've got to be the wise one. You've got to do this to evolve the situation. So as difficult as it is and as emotional as it will be, like, it's important for you to do that. Okay, so next person. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Ruchita. I hope you're still here. Can you say hello if you're still here? Otherwise, I'll just move on to someone else. Just pop a yes, I'm here. Hello, I'm here, and I'll read for you. Would love to make sure that you're here first, because there are heaps of people that would love a reading. So if you're not here, I'll just move on to the next person. Ruchita, if you're here, pop a yes in the comments section so I know that you're here. I'll give you a couple of moments whilst I shuffle the cards. Whilst I do that, I'll put a link in my comments for my amazing tarot masterclass. It's so good. If you love tarot, you'd be crazy not to sign up for it. It's amazing. I've got beautiful booklets that go with it, and it's only $69. It's usually $97, so you save it like a bit of money on it, and it's yours to keep. You get to keep it forever, and you'll have all the information on the cups. You'll learn about how to do love readings. You'll learn about the mythology and the psychology of the card. Hello, Rachita. And yes, it's really good value. If you're a tarot enthusiast, jump. You'll be learning from one of the best. I've invested 30 years of my life in the tarot and the mythic tarot to learn the myths and to do all the trainings and to do the astrology, to understand the mythic tarot. The mythic tarot are based on astrology and mythology, Greek mythology. They're just amazing cards. They're so good. You can use any deck of cards, though. If you've got Rider-Waite, you could still use that in the training. It's not going to make any difference. You can still use that, but obviously it's better. It's better if you've got the mythic tarot. So, because, obviously, the mythic tarot is the best. Anyway, okay. Ruchita, let's go. Oh, okay. So, yes, burdens, too many problems, too many, like the fun and the joy has gone. I feel this, right. So the message with this card is that you need to let go. Bubby, I can hear you. You're going to be all right. He wants his dinner. He's got dinner. He's just, where are you? Oh, you're right behind me. Oh, gosh. Have you gone? You're still there. There he is. Anyway, all right. So, yes, so this is the card of letting go, burning things down that no longer fit for you. You need to take a risk and get rid of some things that are weighing you down, like literally dropping it, literally burning it off, like huge, like fire pit, and just throw all that shit in there that is no longer serving you. I think you're carrying too much weight. You're carrying too many burdens of the past as well, and it's time to burn it off. I'm just seeing like a blowtorch and just like burning the whole thing down. So this is about you need some space. You need some creative space. You need a break. You need a holiday. This is the card of holidays. Borders are now open in Western Australia. So if you're in Western Australia, you can go traveling now for a little while anyway, unless you're unvaxxed. But if you're, nonetheless, this is about having a holiday. This is the card of the holiday. You need a break. You need a holiday, and it will be rejuvenating for you and healing for you. You've got to let go of some stuff. And I'm not just talking emotional stuff. I'm talking jobs or employment or something like that is weighing you, that's actually causing you problems. It's time to let it go. And it will be such good luck for you to do that. If you burn that off and get rid of it out of your life, it'll be good luck. It will be good luck for you. And also, this is the card of having a break, having a holiday. You need to have a holiday. It's time. If you haven't booked it, do it. If you've already booked it, it's like this is what you're being asked to focus on this trip. Okay. For the next person. Oh, you're watching on Insta now. Oh, no worries, Sonia. Thank you. Okay. Carolyn Thomas. So I feel my life is caught up in a whirlpool. Please need guidance. Oh, there's some sad faces there. I'm sorry about that. Let's see what cards come up for you. Okay. Yes, Saskia, I'll jump in soon for sure. Let me just read for Carolyn and then I'll read for Saskia. All right. Carolyn, like, I feel like, okay, well, let me just pick the cards first. So, yes, it's interesting because I was thinking there was a younger man or a younger person or a son or a younger person around you that is troubling or that is in trouble or but this is also the card of self-love. So I was just sitting here thinking about, I don't know, it just popped in thinking about you're worrying about someone, you're worrying about them. And this is the card of self-love and self-care, and you really need to focus on you and, focus on your own well-being. Oh, it is your son. Okay, yes, I was getting that. So, yes. Look, I think, this is a nice card. This isn't a bad card. Yes, it's your son. Yeah, this isn't a bad card. And the other card, we've got the Hermit here as well. They're just this, like, you're just going to, like, I know it's hard, isn't it? When someone is, you can't control what people are doing. It's, we were talking at in my astrology course where we're all mums in there, and we're talking about, how hard motherhood is, and if they could do it again, they wouldn't be mothers again in their next lifetime because it just gets harder and more painful the older they get because you can't control them or contain them in the same way that you can when they're in your home. Oh, he's got COVID. Okay, yeah, he'll be okay. He's going to be fine. I think it's just, needing some time and rest. And so do you, Carolyn. You need some rest too. So this is the card of self-care, and this is the card of it is the card of new beginnings in love. And I'm not worried. I don't feel any negativity around that. I feel good. I feel fine. This is a very loving card. He's going to be taken care of, and you need to not worry. You need to take care of you. Don't stress yourself so much about this. This is the card of the Hermit. So, I think when we get sick or when we get unwell, and when our loved ones are unwell, it can sort of, all of a sudden the meaning of life, or what is the meaning of life, it can create some kind of existential crisis where we start to worry about, or we start to contemplate, or what is the purpose of this? And this is the card of introspection. And sometimes we get sick because we're forced to slow down and to be more introspective. It's like our body it's just our body, spirit, if you want to think of it that way. Sort of, we're running around too much and we're forced to rest. So it's like forced rest. But he'll come out of this on the other side being far more enlightened, and so will you. So yes, it's the card of the existential crisis when we just don't even know what the purpose of life is anymore. Like, what is this all about? And so this usually precipitates some big change. I suspect that you're not yet, but 2020 you, there you go. That was a Freudian slip. 2022 is about you. It is about you and you getting focused on what, your legacy, what you want to do for the rest of your life, the rest of your living years. It is the card of mortality. Sometimes he's called the death jeweler. I'm not suggesting you're going to die. It's not about dying, this card, but he's interested in death. Kronos, he's interested in it, and the reason is because we understand that we are going to die, then life all of a sudden becomes far more meaningful. And then it's almost like you don't have time to fuck around anymore. Sorry to be blunt, but that's kind of like the message with this card. It's like, stop wasting time. Start doing the things. Start doing the things that you love and start being with that. Start doing that. Don't hold back. Don't hold back on yourself anymore. This is 2020 you, 2022. It's all about you. Okay? You can be a bit selfish. You're allowed it. I'm giving you full permission. Spirit wants you to be selfish. Yes. Okay. So, Julia Taylor. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I'll come back, Saskia. I'll come back. Actually, I'll do Saskia and then I'll read for two. I'm not doing anyone. You know what I mean. I'll read. Okay. Will my partner go back to his ex-wife? What is it I need to hear right now? Well, let's just see what the cards have to say, Julia. That's such an uncomfortable position to be in. I'm sorry to read that. That must be painful to sit in that anxiety of feeling like your relationship isn't stable. And yeah, we'll see what the cards have to say around that. Oh, look. Okay, I feel like with this card is that you have to, like, this is the card of this of it represents can't think of the word. Dark night of the soul. So it is about being sort of depressed, being sad, and because it's like you have no choice now but to relinquish all control. You've got to let go. Now, does that mean that he's going to go back to her and it's the end of you? Not necessarily with this card, but if you love someone that much, you need to set them free. And it's not about it's, you know, I'm all for fighting for love and all that sort of stuff, but this is the card where the message of this card is to relinquish all control. You can't force two hands together. You can't force someone to be there. He's going to do whatever he's going to do anyways. It's not the answer that you want. I realize that. But it doesn't necessarily mean finalities, but you are being called to let go. You've got to let go. And yes, it's going to be emotional for you to do that, to give up. There is a giving up, a giving up. You've got to give it, hand it over, submit, be in submission, surrender it over to God, hand it over, and do what you will. Do what you will with me in this. I can't do this anymore. And that's kind of, this is how this card feels. There's a heaviness to it around that. Yes. And so, Spirit wants you. So this card's in the sign of Taurus, and her name is Queen Omphale. And the word Omphale represents navel. So this is about your sacral chakra and you reconnecting with your sensuality, with your sexuality, with your body, and with pleasure. So the focus, Spirit wants you to let go and focus on pleasure in you. Focus on bringing pleasure into your life rather than worrying about whatever what's happening there, to start valuing your worth. This is the card of deep intrinsic self-value, where you invest your time, your money, your energy, and your resources on fulfilling your desires, on what you truly desire and what you truly want. And not because you're being like hedonistic or throwing money around just for the sake of throwing money around, but it's about investing in yourself to feel, to touch this place of self-worth, doing like, and then money isn't about like spending money on yourself isn't going to, generally it's sort of like a quick fix. But on the deepest level, this card, it really is about like bringing pleasure into your life and knowing that you're worthy of having these pleasurable, loving experiences, that you're worth having love, you're worth eating the cake. You're allowed to eat the cake. You're allowed to have beautiful experiences. You're allowed to go for the massage. You're allowed to take care of yourself on the most deepest level right now. And that's what's being called of you, to bring more pleasure into your life right now whilst this is happening. I'm sorry there's no other answer around that for you. Will your partner go back to his ex-wife? I don't know. That's not what Spirit wants you to focus on. Spirit wants you to focus on you. And the message is about bringing the focus back on your life and bringing more pleasure into your life. You're being called to let go. You're being called to let go, relinquish control around it. You've got to let it go. Let it be what it is. You know, I feel like pulling another card for you. Let me see what the other card is. Let's see. Julia, I think if you saw the beginning of, well, let's see what the other card is. Card. I can't even speak. So I think there's like, yeah, it's not the answer that I wanted. So this is there's some sort of shadowy stuff going on in this relationship, and your fears are coming up, your hurts, your pains from the past are coming up. This is an opportunity for you to sort of to do some healing work as well around your own pain. You know, the Devil card is about addictions as well, and that's the first thing that popped into my head when this card came up. You know, this I don't know. My feeling is that addiction plays a huge role in this relationship triangulation. So it is triangulation, isn't it? If the ex is hanging around and he's playing you off each other, that's not a good thing. You know, it's a form of triangulation, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy, and it's like addiction. There's an addiction issue there. Okay. Oh, an alcoholic, right? Got it. That makes sense. Yes. Right. Oh, so he feels compelled to take care of her, probably. I don't know the dynamics around that. You need to come and have a reading with me. Come and have a full reading with me, Stacey, Julia. If you want a reading, private message me, and I'll send you a link. My private readings are $180 for an hour or an hour and a half, depends on how much we talk. Yes, if you'd like a reading, jump in, just message me, and I probably should put the link down there, shouldn't I? I'll do that now. I get really good reviews with my readings, and my clients all come back. I have repeat clients, and yes, I feel very proud, actually. It's usually hard getting new clients because people are scared to trust, hey? People are scared to trust, but it's a good sign when you've got all your clients come back. All my clients, repeat clients. People call me the no BS reader. I won't bullshit you. Not up for that. I don't want to be bullshitted too. Anyway, okay. So I was going to read for who was it? There was a girl, Saskia. Are you still here, Saskia? You're next. Saskia. Saskia, you need to confirm that you're still here before I read for you, otherwise, because there's a few people on Facebook and I'll read for them. So if you could just let me know and I'll read for you. Excellent. Okay, now I can't remember your question. Did you have a question, or am I just pulling some cards for you? Quickly pop your question in. I'll have a drink of water while you're doing that. No question? Okay, let me pick a couple of cards for you. All right. So, look at this. Okay, Saskia. So this is planting of new seeds. This is just about parents. They broke up. Oh, I think they'll get okay. So I don't see this as a bad thing. They potentially they might actually get back together. I think they might reconcile. So I don't know, or it'll be such a good thing that they'll become good friends. There'll be a reconciliation, and it's not negative. It's not negative, Saskia. This is a good outcome. This will be a good outcome. So as difficult as it might be for you to be sitting with it, I think it's going to be a good outcome. So either they get back together and they reconcile, or they come back together as good friends. It's a good outcome. It's a good outcome. I just, as difficult as it is right now, it will be a good outcome. So that's your message. Right. Next person is who's online? Who's online? I can't see everyone. It's really annoying. I'll come back, Charlotte. Oops. Who did I click on? Stacey. Oh, yes, you can have a card, Stacey. Hi, Stacey. Stacey Andrews. Yes. Yes, I'll read for you. So there was just someone just there, Kim Gratian, Kim Gratian says, do you feel me have a relationship in the future? I've been single for 10 years. Yes, Kim. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But you've got to be open. You've got to open your heart to the possibility that you can have love. You've got to let the guard down. And I feel you. My feeling is that that you need to do some personal work. Not that there's something wrong with you. I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with you. You need to do some personal work around opening up to trust again, because your heart has been so broken that you've got issues around trust. So first of all, I would be working on, developing this relationship with yourself again. I know you've had 10 years to do that, but I'm talking about trusting your intuition and just trusting yourself and making good decisions around love and relationship. So yes, it's a yes. It's a yes. It's a yes. It is definitely a yes. You need to open your heart. You need to crack that heart open. It's very, very guarded. Yeah, that's your answer. Will it happen anytime soon? Because that's what I'm sort of hearing you saying, even though we're telepathically, you're saying, okay, that's great, but when? Well, as soon as you start doing the work, it will speed up the process. So I think, my feeling is it'll be, within 2 years of you if you start doing that personal work within the next couple of years, you've got to start doing it. You've got to start doing it. The longer you leave it, the longer it's going to take. It'll all depend on your willingness to drop in and actually, do the work. Okay, so no worries, Kim. All right, Stacey. Thanks for sharing. The people that have shared, I really appreciate it. I jump on live every week free, to do readings, and sharing's amazing. Just to sort of get my work out, that would be fabulous. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, crikey, Stacey. Got some heavy cards. It's getting heavier and heavier. Okay, well, we've got the Seven of Swords. So, Stacey, I'm not sure what's going on, but my feeling is that the timing around ending of a particular relationship. Now, I don't know exactly what this relationship is, but there's an ending to a relationship coming. And either it's already happened or you're about to, but there's a timing around this. Things need to be planned properly. You need to plan this properly. So relationship can be business partners, it can be employment, it can be lovers, it can be family. Three of Swords, it looks pretty scary, doesn't it? The Three of Swords, it's sort of heavy. It's the ending of toxic environments, toxicity, the lancing of the abscess and the stuff coming out and clearing from your body, clearing. So this is like clearing toxic relationships. So yes, this is about the timing around this. Sometimes we have to in life, sometimes life requires us to put on a smiley face and pretend everything's okay and be all diplomatic and say yes, when actually we're plotting behind the scenes to ensure that we take care of ourselves. So I'm giving you full permission to plot. It's okay. It's okay to do that. Sometimes life requires that of us. But yes, it's a pretty heavy card, hey? Heavy sort of where you're at right now. If you need any extra support, send me a message. Happy to go deeper with you around this. But yeah, timing. I'm giving you full permission to time this carefully. it's a bit freeing for some of my clients too when they're going through sort of these difficult, toxic sort of relationships, and they feel all this pressure. They've got to end it now, or they feel like they've come to have a session with me that if they don't end it, that they're being like irresponsible. But sometimes things have to be timed right. Yeah. Oh, you're waiting on your grandson coming back home. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, is he been in a toxic relationship? Has there been difficulties for him? Because this is about toxicity. Relationships that need ties cutting. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, how are we going for time? Where am I? Can't see the time. Sorry, I'm nudging. Oh, yeah, 8:50. Okay. Oh, he's a baby. Poor darling. Yeah, it's you've just got to sort of buy your time. It's coming. Got to get him out of that toxic environment, whatever that is. It's not working. It's not unhealthy. So hello, Jake. Good to see you. Charlotte on Instagram. Please, can I have a general reading? Sure. Okay, Charlotte. So let's see what the cards have to say for Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte. So this card. Excuse me, I just burped. That's releasing stuff. So this card can't speak because I'm tired. This card represents anxiety and catastrophizing and anxious energy. And it is about the anxieties of the past, and there's some guilt around the past that you're carrying with you. And you've got to be careful not to project that onto your future relationships or on future partners, to project the old pain, like expecting the same outcome, or expecting to be hurt, or expecting the worst outcome. So this is about learning how to take one event and compartmentalizing. Not taking that one event and globalizing it over everything. It's one event, it was one relationship, and it won't be the same. It won't be the same with the other. So it is about being somewhat anxious as well. And I would recommend getting some movement in, sunshine, drinking plenty of water, like sort of easing off on any alcohol, because that can create more anxiety as well. But just like getting your grounding, because this is all. It's kind of our mind can be cruel. The mind can be harsh and cruel, and memories can trigger all sorts of associations, which then trigger feelings, set off like a cascading event in the body, and we start to get triggered and feel things, somatic responses and anxiousness in our belly, and then we want to eat or we want to drink to stop the feeling and to try and ground. So I'm encouraging you to sort of get more movement in, and more sunshine, and drink more water, and to practice compartmentalizing the event, like saying it was just one, it's not going to happen again. That was one thing. This is not my future. Start focusing on your self-worth and what you've built, what you've created, and know that you're worthy of having love, Charlotte. You are worthy of having love in your life. Know that you are. This is the card of self-value, and recognizing what you've already built. Look how far you've come, and you don't need anybody else's validation to confirm that for you. You already know this. You will have the relationship that you want. You will. You absolutely will. But it's going to start with you needing to stop thinking about the worst outcome and then making decisions based on that. Right? Start thinking about the positive outcome, the best outcome, and start making decisions based on that. Start aligning with that future, with that timeline. You're worth it. Yeah. Okay, I'm tired, guys, because I'm starting to talk and gobbledygook. I'm tripping over my own words. I'm getting a bit tired. So I'm sending you all so much love. I put some links in here tonight. I've got my excuse me, it will only be for the next 24 hours. I'll actually start the sale tomorrow. It'll be 24 hours. I will have a flash sale for my Cups, the Lover's Tarot. You'll learn how to do love readings for yourself and for others with the Mythic Tarot. It's a masterclass. It's self-paced. So you don't have to attend the masterclass. You get it and it's yours and you get to keep it. And I'll teach you about the psychology, the mythology, an introduction to therapeutic tarot, and it's only $69. It's crazy inexpensive, and it's valued at $97. I don't charge too much. My self-paced trainings, you don't get to have me there live, but you've got all the information will be there. So you'll get video recording, masterclass. You'll also get all the workbooks that go with it, and a hypnosis, a soulmate attraction hypnosis, along with the love letter spell. And yeah, it's really good value. It's fun. In fact, it's fun, and it's only for $69. So if you're a tarot enthusiast, I better find it again. There's the self-study, Lover's Tarot Masterclass. If you're a tarot enthusiast, come and learn with one of the best. I am one of the best. Come and learn with one of the best. I love tarot, and I've got amazing tarot students. All my tarots love their tarot trainings. So jump in. It's there for you. Sending you so much love. You know where I am. If you'd like a reading, just private message me, either on my business page or my personal page. Come, friend me. Come and say hello. Become a friend. I don't mind if you friend request me. Happy to meet you. And yes, sending you all so much love. So have an amazing evening and a fabulous week, and sending you all immense amount of love. Take care, everyone.